What's going on, guys? It's Dak 908, aka the Dig Dug himself. Playboys, playettes, diggers, dugettes, monster hunters, honeys, yeah, all that stuff. Anyway, this is the Desert Seltas. Now, the Desert Seltas is actually much like the original Seltas, quite honestly. I mean, I fought it for a little while, made the armor and everything. It's just this is the quickest video, not necessarily the quickest video. I had quicker, but I want to give you guys a pretty decent video to where you know the monster beats me up, so you can see all that it does. But quite honestly, it's, in my opinion, maybe I'm just doing it wrong, but I don't really see too many differences between the Desert Seltas and the normal Seltas Queen. But I will say there's just a couple of things that I'm going to show you guys, will tell you about. Because, like I said, it's not much different. If you fought the Seltas before, it's much of the same stuff. It does have the newfound ability to actually just say screw the Seltas. Anyway, I'm talking about the male that it sticks on its back. Screw the Seltas, and it'll just throw it, killing the Seltas, even if the Seltas Queen herself isn't really that close to dying. You will see that in this video. When I first saw that, I think you'll see it in this video. When I first saw that, I was like, whoa! I knew that, you know, if Seltas Queen is extremely low on health, it will actually eat the Seltas, so that way it can actually, you know, get some health back or whatever. But this time, I'm just like, screw it, throw it, and kill you with it, hopefully. But anyways, there's a Seltas, well, Seltas Queen, excuse me. Seltas Queen isn't, you know, too different from before, like I've said many times already. But doesn't mean that you shouldn't go in here with a bit of you know, something new, you know what I mean? Go in here don't go in here as if it's the same thing. The thing that makes it different is the Seltas, the male Seltas, because the male Seltas has now the ability to shoot paralyzing agents from wherever the hell it shoots some damn things from. Not necessarily out of his ass, because that would be anatomically incorrect, but whatever, wherever it expels the paralysis globs of whatever. That adds a new spin on the Seltas, well, the Seltas Queen anyway, because now what they like doing together is he'll spit the globs out, paralyze you, and then the Queen herself will run you over, and it does quite a bit of damage. Now, in terms of like combinability, things they do together, I would like to say that the normal Seltas and Seltas Queen, they're a bit better, because quite honestly, what I told you guys was pretty much all they got in terms of, you know, let's do something together, honey. Because I don't know, I don't really understand why they took certain moves out. Like, I do remember how when the normal Seltas will make its horn really big and it'll slide on the ground and it'll try and get you. That was a pretty dope move, you ask me. But no such move like that necessarily exists with the Desert Seltas and the Desert Seltas Queen. I will say that you know, the paralyzing globby takedown thing is probably the best they have. But all in all, you know, just so you know, there's not too many other differences. They actually took a couple of moves out. I don't know, it's just weird. I just feel as if this hunt isn't actually together. They're not really all that, like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't understand it. But anyway, let's move over to the good stuff. Just so you know, there's not too much to watch out for. Definitely watch out for the paralysis. Other than that, don't get hit. It hits like a Mack truck. Definitely don't get hit. Don't get hit with any of his hip checks. The armor now. Seltas armor has always been good for gun lance users, and Desert Seltas is, you know, no exception. You still get you know, artillery boost, you know what I mean, the skill, you know, artillery expert or whatever. Gem out correctly, you can get artillery god. I personally don't have the armor as we speak. Excuse me, but I will be making it, obviously, and I will be loving my gun lances. Oh, I forgot it has a pinning attack now, the Queen herself. But I will be making the armor, you know, because I love me some gun lances. I've been using gun lances a lot recently, and I can't wait to actually use it. But it's still good for gun lancing. I'm pretty sure it's good. It's still good for other things as well, because you do know that you have the impact. What's it called, the charge blade. Artillery expert now works for that. The big wishy. I don't know what the hell it's called. The big attack that the charge blade does by swinging the axe around and doing stuff. That also helps for that. Artillery expert also helps with that skill as well. The 1-2 punch that the Seltas Queen, the original one, had with the artillery expert and razor sharp. I don't know if this one has it. It might have its own 1-2 punch combination. I'm not entirely sure, to be 100% honest. But I wasn't worried about it when I saw the abilities. Like, I don't remember what the abilities were, but just know that when I did see the things, I was like, you know, this it still isn't that bad. So maybe it should still be good. Like I said, I don't have the armor. I couldn't tell you for certain, but I'm sure that it's going to be okay and fine because it's still an artillery armor set. So we'll see. The weapons. Now, Seltas doesn't actually get weapons until I think about G rank, and they're water-based weapons. I have plans on making the gun lance because there's only a few water gun lances. Like you have the Zamtrios, you have the Plesioth, you have Damaran, and then you have this guy. Now I wanted to make this one because well, it's I didn't even know that it had one until I fought it, and I was like, yo, that's a gun lance. It's a water one, and I don't really want to. I think it's a long one. Oh, okay, that's I was talking about how it threw the Seltas, and we still got half a video to go, so it can't be that low on health. But and then it will dig for another one. That's another thing. It will dig for a Seltas. It doesn't have to like spray the pheromones and hope for one to come. No, it will just pick one about the ground. That's another thing I should have pointed out. But its gun lance is a long gun lance, and I don't want to use Plesioth sucks. I hate farming for it because it's not in the game and I have to go do the fishing and blah 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 whatever. So I might use this gun lance as well. So I don't really know all the weapons that it has. I do know that it does have some dual blades that I'm actually quite fond of using. I do like its dual blades, the gyro wedges. I'm having a lot of fun with those. I need to actually upgrade those now that I'm actually fighting Seltas here because they're really good water dual blades, I will admit. And it's actually my first dual blade actually got me into actually using dual blades. So, you know, I want to say the weapons are pretty decent. So if you want to, you can definitely get you some Seltas weapons because they're going to be some of your better water weapons if you don't have Damaran as a monster, which you would normally use to get your water fix. So all in all, Desert Seltas is a pretty dope monster. You know, it's a pretty interesting fight, pretty good fight. You know, it keeps you on your toes. You have elements to worry about as well, so watch out for that. It will dig Seltas out of the ground, so it doesn't actually need to actually call for one. The Seltas, when attached to his body, will use its paralyzing agents to actually stun you, and when that happens, the queen herself will run you over. Now, one thing I will mention about the paralyzing agents once more is that do your best to probably kill the Seltas right before you actually kill the queen, because as you try to carve the queen, all it will try to do is hit you with the paralysis, and you'll keep trying to carve it, and it'll keep hitting you with it, and it can get really annoying. Granted, though, if you do get hit with the paralyzing agents, though, they aren't that strong, I guess you could say, because it will paralyze you, but only for only momentarily. It's not as long as, let's say, Genpray or Gendrome or something like that, where you're on the ground twitching and whatnot for quite some time. Whereas this one isn't actually all that powerful, so you can actually shrug it off in a couple of seconds. By a couple of seconds, I mean like 3 or 4 seconds. You're only down for a short while, just long enough though to get murked off if you play around too much. So, with all that being said, guys, that was the Desert Seltas Queen. Like I said, the Seltas Queen normal is probably more of a challenge in my opinion, but the Seltas, the desert variant does have a couple of tricks up the sleeve that the normal queen does not. If anything, it actually leads it to being a more fight that you have to like stay more focused on, because if you kill her Seltas, doesn't matter, dig one off the ground, and her Seltas will spit paralyzing agents on you, so you have to watch out more for the damn Seltas on her back, so you don't get hit with those and you don't take large damage from it. So that being said, I mean, pretty decent subspecies, I will admit. The armor is going to be pretty nice if you plan on getting its armor, especially if you like gun lances and the like, or weapons that can make use of artillery expert or god or whatever like that. Weapons are nice too, great water weapons if you aren't in the mood for trying to get some Plesioth, or you don't necessarily have the chops or the feeling of getting, or you just don't prefer, I guess you could say, Zamtrios. Because Zamtrios is ice, some of its weapons are water, and if you don't want to fight Damaran, because that is a 20-minute fight easily, because you got to go through all the motions, you know, you can get your nice little quick water fix here. But anyway, guys, this has been your boy Dak908, aka the Dig Dug himself. Hope you enjoyed this video. Desert Seltas is down. I don't know what the next one is. I have to do an urgent, and afterwards, actually, I might just do the urgent. It might be a new monster. Whatever, guys. It's been your boy. Take care.